Most people use AI chatbots online, but did you know you could have one all to yourself, right on your computer? No signups, no big company watching, just you and your very own chatbot that answers your questions at any time. In this video, I'll show you the best way to do this using a tool called Ollama. It's free, it's private, and best of all, works like magic.
Before we get started, make sure to familiarize yourself with your command line, whether you're on Mac or Windows, because you will need a basic knowledge of that for part of the process. Step number 1, visit ollama.com. Ollama is a really cool site that lets you download prepackaged AI models to your local machine.
The first thing you'll want to do as soon as you reach the site will be click on this download button. From there, you'll be directed to the various packages that Ollama supports. Simply select your platform, in my case Windows, and go from there.
Feel free to pick the model that works best for you. I'm going to go with DeepSeek R1 just to try it out. Now you might be asking, why would I want to run an AI model on my local machine? First, you don't have to worry about all these big AI companies using your sensitive data. And second, you can use it without being connected to the internet. Another big benefit is that they retain a lot of the same reasoning ability of larger models while taking up much less computational power. Whether you're a student or independent researcher, these models can make a lot of sense in terms of privacy and cost. After all, these models run free on your machine without interacting with some other company's APIs.
For DeepSeek R1, in addition to the base model, there are 6 distilled models. Each of these models is represented by a number, followed by the letter B, which represents the billions of parameters that will be used to train the model. What this means is that the more parameters you accept, the more compute power you'll need to run the program. In my case, I'm going to just run the basic 1.5 billion model, which is 1.1 gigabytes on my machine. In your case, feel free to go with whatever model matches your capacity. Anywhere from 1.5 to 14 is possible with decent hardware, but anywhere 32 and above isn't recommended unless you know you have the proper hardware. Now, once you've decided which model to use, select that model in the dropdown, in my case 1.5B. And here on your right, you'll have a command which will run to install this model on your command line. You should have already downloaded the software for your operating system. If you haven't, go back to the beginning of the video where we talk about that a little bit more. But now we're all set. We can just open our command line, verify that we have Ollama installed. If that's the case, we simply paste in that command, which we will then use to install our model, which may take a couple minutes, so I will come back in a bit when that is done. Okay, now my program's downloaded and you are set. You have officially installed an AI chatbot model on your local command line. Now, anytime you want to run this, just run Ollama list and you'll be able to see a list of all of the models that you have downloaded and be able to run this same command with the name of the chatbot that you want to run. And as you can see here, we are now able to type in messages to our chatbot that we have installed on our device. Now the model I have downloaded only has 1.5 billion parameters, so it's definitely the light version of what's available, but still able to handle a decent amount of simple problems and even some more complex. Now, I know Python, so that's the language I'll be using for this problem. We'll ask it, make us a Minesweeper Python program, and see what it gives us. Now, as you can see, we have a complete Python program given to us by our model with an explanation. We're going to try copying and pasting this into a Colab notebook and see how it goes. All right, we've done our testing, and as expected, unfortunately, the code right out of the box was not super put together. There were a few small syntax errors as well as a few logic errors, but overall, I'm pretty impressed with how well this did for a 1 gigabyte program on my computer. And with a few tweaks, I was actually able to get it running as intended. Now, obviously, this is just the function for the game, so I had to create a separate script to actually run it, but still, I'm pretty impressed with how this turned out. There's quite a bit of complexity to this program, and the logic behind all the steps makes sense, even if there were some errors. And there you have it. You now have a fully functional AI chatbot on your local machine. Now, as I'm sure you know, there are so many other things we could have tested that we didn't have time for, but feel free to mess around with your own AI chatbot now that you have it downloaded. Test it out, see what model works best for you. If you have more room, obviously, more compute, the better. But a big thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. If you felt bamboozled or stumped by any of the steps in this video, feel free to leave your questions in the comments down below. Have fun and stay safe out there, Tech Squad.